Ghoul and
Professor Vertigast.
And tonight we're talking about Living Dead Weekend at the Monroeville Mall.
Living Dead Weekend 2021 at the Monroeville Mall in Monroeville, Pennsylvania. Ghoul, what's so special about the Monroeville Mall?
It's where they filmed Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead, the 1978 classic zombie film directed by
George A. Romero.
with special effects by
Tom Savini.
You got that right. Man, this was your first horror convention, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Man, did you have a good time?
It might be the best one I've ever been to.
Well, seeing as how it's the first one, it probably is, huh? I've been to many, and I had a blast. This was the Ghoul's second trip to the Monroeville Mall. He'd been once when he was a wee, tiny little goblin. But this was your first time actually getting to walk around and see things. So let's talk about just about everything that happened. So the first place we hit up was the Living Dead Museum. Now, what'd you think of that, Ghoul?
I got a little freaked out, but then when I looked, I loved it.
Yes.
I got a little scared still, though.
Man, this place is so awesome. Such a great collection of actual film memorabilia from the Living Dead trilogy. Everything from the radio, from Night of the Living Dead.
That they listen to hear what's happening.
Yep. To some of the escalator pieces from the original Monroeville Mall. To worn props and clothing. To some statues. There was a statue of Cemetery Zombie in there that the Ghoul was initially freaked out by, but then you liked it.
Yeah. There was a mannequin with clothes on.
With what?
Clothes on.
With clothes on. Some of the clothes from both the Crazies and the SWAT uniforms from Dawn of the Dead. Really cool to have that right there in the mall. And some great merchandise. Everybody got some new t-shirts. Ghoul got a Living Dead Weekend t-shirt. I got a new shirt that is actually in the wash right now. That's why I'm not wearing it. But if you ever head out there, even if it's not Living Dead Weekend, hit up the Monroeville Mall, head up to the Living Dead Museum. It's well worth it. So from there, then we took our time. Now, what was neat about Living Dead Weekend was this was, a bunch of people from both Night of the Living Dead, a ton of the actors who were in Dawn of the Dead, the zombies, folks from Day of the Dead, and also some folks from Return of the Living Dead, which was really neat to have this big mishmash of everybody there. Now, who was the first person we went and met?
We first went and met
Johnny. Russ Streiner from the original Night of the Living Dead. What's his famous line in that movie?
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
And I will tell you what, Mr. Streiner was so incredibly sweet to the Ghoul. Signed a picture for him. And how did he sign that?
They're coming to get you, Visible Ghoul.
He was so wonderful, so gracious. And immediately after speaking with him, we headed over and we talked to the great John Russo, co-writer, and also one of the people instrumental in making Night of the Living Dead. And both Russ and John signed our Polish Night of the Living Dead poster, which was really, really cool. And was really great to get to speak to both of these people who were so instrumental in one of our favorite horror films. Now, from there, after we spoke to both of them, we had to get a little bit of a more modern vibe, didn't we? So, who is somebody who's worked on Walking Dead, Jason Goes to Hell the Final Friday, Spy Kids? He was in Day of the Dead. He did effects in Day of the Dead. He's done effects for Creepshow. Wait, he is an executive producer and director of episodes of the new Creepshow on Shudder. Who could we be talking about?
Greg Nicotero!
Man, Greg Nicotero! This was so cool. Guys, what was it like? What was the first thing that happened when you were walking up to meet Greg Nicotero?
We were in line. He saw me behind a person that he was doing stuff to. He grabs a shirt and he threw it at me.
Just tosses the Ghoul a free t-shirt.
And I immediately put it on. And when we get to him, he's like, I already put it on and I gave it to you 11 seconds ago.
Yep. And then he also gave you
3 new Creepshow show poster. On Shudder. You can have a 1-week free trial.
On Shudder. Yep. And I'll tell you what, It is worth it. I was talking to somebody at the convention. They said they had not watched the Creepshow show yet because they were worried it would ruin it. And I told them, I was like, you have to watch it. It is so good. So many great stories, well directed. It keeps the evil sense of humor. It's an awesome show. Head over to Shudder. Do your free trial. It's worth every penny to stay signed up. And I don't say that as an advertisement.
Don't let your kids watch the first episode of season 2. It is very scary.
Intense.
It's very scary, and they will have nightmares for a week.
A whole week?
Maybe
You didn't have a nightmare.
Maybe not a week.
Maybe not a week.
I'm not that young.
And Mr. Greg was also nice enough to sign my awesome Creep Funko Pop, my Chase variant. So that was neat for me to get to that. But man, just how wonderful he treated the Ghoul. How nice he was to the kids there. To me, yeah, and to you was just really made our day. And so thank you. Big shout out to Greg. That was incredible. From there...
And we also give a shout out to Johnny.
And obviously a shout out to Russ Streiner, man. So from there it was time for some Professor time. Now, Ghoul has not watched Dawn of the Dead or Day of the Dead yet. They're a little bit intense for you, right? A little bit more gore than you're prepared for, even though he's a huge fan of Night of the Living Dead. So for me, now it was time to head over to the Day of the Dead, folks. Man, so we got to meet... We got to meet, I'm going to hold this up, this is our Day of the Dead poster, and it's hard to see on camera there, but we got signatures from Lori Cardille.
Who almost took me home.
Who loved the Ghoul to pieces, and probably would have taken him home if we had let her. She was so incredibly sweet and nice. And then from there, it was meeting Mr. Terry Alexander, John, he flies the whirly bird, man. Really nice guy. And then Jarlath Conroy, McDermott, my personal favorite character from Day of the Dead. Man, such great people, so nice, and treated the Ghoul so wonderful. And so big shout out. We told her we'd give her a shout out on the show, so big shout out to Miss Lori. It was a real pleasure meeting you. We hope you get a chance to watch this episode. So along with meeting all these wonderful people, there was also a lot of great swag everywhere, a lot of neat things to pick up and see. So we want to give a shout out to a couple of the places we shopped. So there's a small little company called Curious Goods. Curious Goods 666 on Instagram, and then Curious Goods.
They've got gremlins. They've got whatever that is.
He has a website. Check this guy out, man. This is not representative of the things he can do. These are some just cool little knickknacks we picked up. I got a London After Midnight little picture here that is actually a gift we picked up for Doc Dredd. So we'll be sending this to you in the mail. Ghoul got a Gremlins one.
Which I'm keeping.
He does these incredible dioramas in 3D with light up effects. They are amazing.
He even does holograms that look realistic.
Yeah, they
so realistic.
You owe it to yourself. Curious Goods 666 on Instagram. Check out his page and buy something from him. The guy is amazing.
It's crowded.
Yeah, well, yeah, his stand was crowded because his stuff was so good. So then the second guy we want to give a shout out to is a creator from a website called sleepinfear.com.
I think I must have
so many. You gotta sleep in fear.
I think so.
So many great homemade unique items. This is a Jason shield that he made.
He also has Frankenstein.
He had a Frankenstein
and the Raven from Game of Thrones.
Yep. So many really cool things he had there. All very unique. Different masks, different bookcases. Just really neat stuff. Sleepinfear.com.
He even has a scary lamp.
Yep.
A lamp!
Who makes a scary lamp? Sleepinfear.com makes a scary lamp. Check those guys out. So, Ghoul, would you say that it's fair to say we had a good time at Living Dead Weekend?
Definitely. Oh, and if you go there, look at the Tom Savini, George Romero statue.
So, in the food court, this was something that was not there the last time we went years ago. But they actually have a wonderful bust of George Romero right there in the mall.
And I'm going to feature something that's said by him. Your neighbors are scary enough when they're not dead.
Yep, that's something that's written on the plaque. It's
said by him in public.
It's really nice to see that area. Well, I mean, Pittsburgh loves George Romero. They know how awesome it is to have had the Living Dead trilogy made there. So anybody from that area, the professor is originally from Pennsylvania and up in that area, so we know it. We feel that love there. So seeing that statue there it was really cool. Going to Living Dead Museum was really cool. So we want to give a thank you to everybody who we met there, everybody who saw us, everybody who said hello. We hope to see everybody there next year, Living Dead Weekend 2022. We're hoping that maybe since it's the 40th anniversary of Creep Show, that there might be a Creep Show theme, or maybe it'll be a reunion of the Night of the Living Dead 1990 cast. That would be awesome. But we had a ball. If you're ever in Pennsylvania, head out to the Monroeville Mall. See everything that there is to see there.
If you're not somewhere not close to the Monroeville Mall.
Well, yeah. Head to Pittsburgh, you'll find the Monroeville Mall. But from everybody at Living Dead Weekend...
Just go to your Google and search up directions.
It's amazing the things that he knows, isn't it? So, I suppose we should end on a joke. Hey, Ghoul.
What?
Why couldn't the zombie keep working?
I have no idea.
He was dead tired. No? Hey, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for watching.
Hit like, hit subscribe. Let us know what you think in the comments.
Ring that bell so you get notified every time we make an upload.
Ask some questions. We'll be happy to answer them. Take care, and we'll see you guys in our next episode.
Bye-bye.